Things you'll need for this recipe are vanilla wafers, and I'm using a lot of the Great Value stuff, but just vanilla wafers, bananas. Mine are not rotten, they look like this because they've been refrigerated for a few days. Classic yellow cake, and 2 boxes of instant pudding mix that are roughly about 3.5 ounces. Of course, you'll need milk that mix your pudding with, and all the ingredients like eggs and oil and water for your classic yellow cake. Almost forgot, you'll also need some kind of whipped topping. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. I already have my baking dish prepped with some non-stick spray. Now what you'll want to do is just continue on mixing your cake mix as directed on the box. After you have your cake mixed, you want to just pour it into your pan like so, and continue on baking it according to the directions on the box. Next up, we're going to be working on the instant pudding. Basically, all you need is a mixer, and you can also use this with a wire whisk, and of course your instant pudding. Follow the directions on the box of the instant pudding. So you'll need 2 boxes of instant pudding and 4 cups of milk total. Now that your pudding's done, it should have a pudding consistency after you've whisked it. Taking some of your vanilla wafers and putting them in a sandwich baggie, you're going to crush them, making a topping. They don't have to be completely pulverized like the bottom is here, but they can be a little bit chunky. It's just something to garnish the top of our cake with. The next step, you're going to need a wooden spoon, simply for the bottom of it, and you're going to poke holes Once you've poked all your holes, go grab your instant banana pudding. And what you're going to do is pour the banana pudding over the top of the cake. You're also going to take your wooden spoon and use the back side of it to press the pudding into the holes. You want that pudding, as much pudding as you can in those holes. And then you just spread it around evenly. after you spread the pudding evenly over top of the cake, you want to place the cake in the refrigerator until it completely cools down. Tidbit, if you're going to use bananas in a recipe and you don't need them for a couple days, you can store them in the refrigerator for several days and the peel will turn colors, but your banana's perfect. Now this will not work if your bananas are not ripe. They will cause some kind of like burn on them, like a freezer burn type deal thing, and they'll never ripen. But as long as they're already ripe, you can store them in your refrigerator. If you didn't know that, it's a little tidbit for you. I'm just going to chop my bananas up. Now that the cake has had plenty of time to cool down, I'm going to be taking and layering my bananas, and I'm going to put my own spin on this recipe. Well, I saw several recipes for this, and I'm going to put my own spin on it, so I'm also going to be adding vanilla wafers in the mix as well. I want to give you a quick view of how beautiful this really is. I had some extra bananas and I just shoved them down there, weren't room for cookies, and it only took 2 bananas, and I still have probably half of a box of vanilla wafers left. But how beautiful is that if you was to take this to a dinner? But we're going to take it a step further and add Cool Whip, and that step's optional. So next you're going to be taking your crumbled up vanilla wafers and just taking and sprinkling those on the top. You're going to refrigerate this for at least probably another hour before cutting into it to eat. But look how pretty that is. It's such a beautiful dessert, and it's even more beautiful when you're going to cut into it and serve it. Hope you guys enjoyed this in the kitchen video, found it helpful, and will try the recipe out for yourselves. If you do, let me know, and if you also make this and put your own twist on it, also let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching.